Welcome to this edition of Mayor's Report Dublin. I'm your host, Dr. Marshall Kamena. Joining me today is City Councilmember John Morada from the very city of Dublin. Gosh, I want to say welcome to you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
It's our privilege, and this is your first time, I hope, of many.
Thank you so much.
What topics would you like to cover today in what we call Mayor's Choice?
Thank you for the opportunity to chat today, Dr. Kamena. The one that I'd like to share with you today is our reinstitution of the night market. We had a very successful year last year. This year we're going to start on August 21st, and we're actually expanding the night market to 4 events this year. We had such a wonderful attendance last year of approximately 2,000 attendees. The night market is unique to Dublin in the way that we like to express our culture around food and entertainment. We are also going to enjoy the evening with some music as well. And may I tell you a quick story of my family and our time there?
I hope you will.
Thank you. So we ended up going to the very first night market, as you would imagine, and my daughter saw a cotton candy stand. And she was like, "Daddy, I need one." And I looked at my wife, kind of giving her that am I going to get in trouble if I get her one look? And she was like, "It's okay." So typically what happens is if you give your child cotton candy, they're all over the place, right? But what ended up happening was very shortly after we got the cotton candy, the music started. And Marshall, I have to say, it was probably one of the best times that I saw my daughter enjoy the cotton candy quietly while she listened to the music. And it's those moments, Marshall, that create memories. And that's what we want everybody to enjoy, all 2,000 plus attendees or more, to come August 21st and enjoy time together with us and create those memories in Dublin.
Won't you remember that forever?
We will. Thank you.
But isn't that what it's all about?
It is. The joy of celebrating with others, the food, the arts, the entertainment, the artisanal merchandise that's also there. It's all just a sight to see, and I couldn't enjoy it more. It's along St. Pat's Row, which is right across from Dublin Station. So as a special treat, Marshall, if I may, I would recommend that if for those attending, and this is a little bit of a secret for those listening today, don't park at the H Mart. Go park at the BART. And that way, it's a little bit of a walk, 1 block, but certainly you'll find parking and you'll enjoy the festivities a lot more. Yeah.
It's my belief that if Dublin is putting on an event in the evening, you gotta go. You just gotta go. Why does the city have an economic development department, and what is that department's function, and who are members of the department? This is time for disclosure.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your question, because I like where you're headed with the idea of this concept of growth and the growth of our city. So the Economic Development Department in Dublin, I would really like to say they're a team. And this team consists of not only our Economic Development Manager, we also have an Economic Development Analyst, there's administrative support staff, and they all report up to the Deputy City Manager. So that is our organization. I start with that because the structure is what really makes us an effective team. That group, although small, are quite mighty. They interact with multiple departments as well, and through that process, they help the city grow. And the function is not only to bring in new business, right, which we all want to do as part of our growth strategy, but also what's important is retaining the ones that are there, making them feel like family and making them feel well loved within the city of Dublin in their business growth, as well as the employee growth and all the aspects of continuation of business within our city.
But you know what? As a consumer, if we think of Dublin thinks enough about an issue to be able to bring it from beginning to end. So that, for example, when everybody was making a big deal out of being able to get a passport application in some areas, Dublin came forward, and it's not just a matter of, you can get it extended. It's from A to Z, from start to finish. Who else does that? Nobody but Dublin.
Thank you. I love how you've covered the process. May I tell another story?
What's that?
May I tell another story?
Oh, of course.
Well, and I'm going to compliment your statement around the process. We had a business that was located in our city for many, many years, and they had one of the older facilities in our city. The name of the business was called Zeiss Meditech. And
Oh, I know it well. I used to do business with them.
then you know exactly what the value in terms of what the value they create in the market around their
Absolutely.
lenses, whether it be in a camera, right, that you take as a personal photographer, or the satellites that are in the sky. Well, they started to grow, and they found that, gosh, we are outgrowing our facility. So our economic development department reached out to them, and we began conversations around, well, how do we help you and support you in your growth objectives? Through that, what we were able to do is work through the permitting process. We work with fire. We work with police. We even took it to the county, and we found that there was some county land that possibly could serve their growth potential as well. And today, we have the new Zeiss Meditech Innovation Center located right on Dublin Boulevard. It's this beautiful building right on the corner. It's across from Whole Foods and the Persimmon Place. It is a location that not only allows the company to grow, but they can also grow their employees, and employees have an opportunity and a place to go grab something to eat.
And it's so handsome.
It does look quite nice, doesn't it?
Oh,
there's a nice little, it looks like a landscape art right there on the side. It looks like a wave. I have to be careful because as I drive by it, I need to pay attention to the road and not get mesmerized by that nice little landscape art.
who are the members of your economic development department? How does the department interact with the other cities, other departments? Or do you have good interagency flow from one department to another, so one arm knows what the other arm's doing?
Absolutely. One of the, let's call it, the greatest efficiencies that I could see within our department is that as economic development brings in new businesses, we work with them to also go through the site location, site review, also the permitting process. And through that, we are truly hand-holding them through the engagement. But not only new businesses are our focus by the Economic Development Department, they also work with existing businesses. And one of the services that we offer is called the Business Concierge Service.
That's what we're looking for.
And that is, my gosh, I would like to call that, Marshall, like a mini MBA program, where we bring the experience, the tutelage, the coaching from our staff to businesses. So they know how to establish themselves, how to reach into the market, how to create growth within their business, and also, of course, how to give back to the community. So that Business Concierge Service is something we are truly proud of. It is something that I like to call one of the gems of Dublin.
I can see why.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back on this edition of Mayor's Report in just a moment. Welcome back to this edition of Mayor's Report Dublin. We are here talking with City Councilmember John Morada from the City of Dublin. Welcome back again.
Thank you.
How does the city's Economic Development Department position the city and its business community within the Bay Area economy, the state national economy, and the international economy, and what are the department's focus areas for business attraction? Now that's a lot. You're on the spot.
Quite a bit. Allow me to break it down and start with the simple idea that our economic development team, they are there 100% to support the growth of businesses. At the local level, we are constantly on the phone with many businesses that are looking to come into Dublin, as well as we're looking also to work with our landowners to find infill for the places that they have. What we also do is within our Bay Area, our economic development team is also networking with not only other businesses, but also other locations in other cities to find the best possible way to interact and to build that strength of the Bay Area.
And are you finding it nice if you have people who could live here and work here?
100%. The idea of having not only mobility in the workforce is really important, but that mobility doesn't mean that they have to drive to another part of the state, right? What we'd like to ensure is that the closeness and proximity of the workforce to the work, where we can support that, we will do so wholeheartedly. I personally would love to see a greater work-life balance with regard to just how our workers or the residents of Dublin are able to not only find work, but also to transport to work. In this day and age where we have access to virtual tools, I know there is hybrid work environment, but in some cases we're starting to shift back to coming into the office. Well, where we can, we'd love to find ways to work with those businesses, to find those remote offices and the remote accessibility for those so that we can have that balance between work and life and fun.
What else is there? Can you give our viewers a snapshot of Dublin's retailers? That is, are there businesses that support local residents, regional residents, tourists? How do these businesses contribute to Dublin's municipal finance? Gotcha.
If I may, can I start with the easy one first?
Sure.
Which is the last one. So from the perspective of our businesses and their success, right, the revenue coming from the sales tax is always a contributor to our local services. And as you can imagine, the services we provide are a variety of services that, as we have grown demographically as a city, our residents are asking for more diversity as well. So hand in hand, Marshall, what we see is not only the diversity in the retailers, but also the diversity in asks from our residents. So they parallel in many ways, which now that I'm talking to you about this, I'm finding that there's a synchronicity between the two.
I see.
And we're really enjoying the diversity that both are bringing, not only in terms of businesses, but also in the way that we're servicing our residents as well.
Well,
Yeah.
but how are the changes in the demographics impacting Dublin's economy?
Oh, we think in a wonderful way. And I'll go back to the idea of this diversity, because where we have homegrown businesses which are themselves diverse because of the culture, we're finding that they're also serving the residents in their wants and needs. For example, we have a homegrown restaurant called Casa Orozca on...
The first one.
Yes.
Yes.
That is right. So started in Dublin and they've expanded. I've frequented both their locations and my family has truly enjoyed it.
I can't tell you how much money I spent trying to get them to have one open in Livermore.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be a side conversation for another day. Also, we have another restaurant called Chaat Cafe.
Yes.
It's an Indian restaurant located on the eastern side of the city. Oh,
Isn't it unique?
Their chicken tikka masala, mwah, really, really good.
So if I go in there and mention your name, they might really do a good job?
I would say the quality of their food for any resident is really top notch. So those are just two that I can mention, but certainly we have, here's one more for you, Denica's.
Oh my gosh.
We have to remember Denica's.
Yes.
Amazing food, quality of food. I still remember the pictures of their children up on the wall, and then I met Denica when we were giving out their anniversary award, and I saw the children. I had like a mental disconnect. So I'm like, weren't you that little child that was in the picture? And he's now like 6'2". It is those memories that we create that are amazing.
You remember what the original one was? Oh, I don't think the building is there anymore, but it was by the gas station.
Yes, that's right. I think they are still there, the original.
I think they are, but perhaps a little bit
more
distance
tucked in.
between them. But there's another one that's absolutely full service. And
Yes.
we were just there last week, and boy, it's hard to beat their food.
Agreed. And the service, Marshall, they're so friendly. I feel like I'm sitting at home.
Isn't that the truth?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something that you might be able to add to what you've already done. It's so spectacular as it is. Are there any upcoming events you'd like to tell us about?
Yes, I'd love to. Well, we are in the summer months, so I'd love to share a few of our summer events, if I may.
Sure.
Right. The first one would be, in continuation again from our events last year, we have our summer concert series. So please come listen to the music, enjoy the time with family right there in our open Esplanade area at Emerald Glen Park. Along with the summer concert series is our farmers market. So that is the one that I would say our family enjoys quite a bit.
I just wrote it down before you let the words out because it is so unique. And tell us about how that's integrated and what you like and what you think your residents like about it.
Thank you. What we find to be a true value and the uniqueness of that is, again, the fresh fruits that come in from parts of the Central Valley, the diversity and choices that you have, not only of the fruits, but also we also have hot food as well. So on one end, we might have a kebab stand. On the other end, we might have a pizza stand. So come with a diversity of appetites, and we should sufficiently find something for you. Aside from that, we have lots of other businesses that also are part of our local economic development growth initiative. So we have businesses, and I might be a little self-serving here, but we have my daughter who is in martial arts. So we have some martial arts businesses that show up.
Thank her for naming it after me.
And so you're welcome. And that is an enjoyable time because they get to learn about self-defense, but also they learn about how to have great control, right? All these things that create the beauty of in the growth of our child, in children. And also we have lots of other businesses that come in from healthcare, as well as we have sometimes our fire and police services come and just provide community outreach as well. So lots of great things happening at the farmers market.
With the advent of these new e-bikes, are there any problems associated? How's it been going?
Well, Marshall, I would say that while we do enjoy while we do enjoy the flexibility of the e-bikes to allow our children to explore and engage in adventure, we do want to make sure that we remind parents that there are helmet laws as well, that also these are not just regular bikes, these are motorized vehicles.
Yes.
So please make sure that our children abide by the proper rules. So while we do, again, we enjoy having the e-bikes, let's make sure that everybody is safe and we're not doing things that might cause harm to others.
Absolutely. Are there any other upcoming events that, in your mind, that you'd like to tell us about?
Marshall, I have to put in the plug. We have Splatter coming up again.
You have what?
Splatter.
Oh, yes.
Yes, so we have Splatter coming up here at the end of the summer. It is such an amazing event. Our city puts on a great event. There will be music, there will be food, there will be a ton of fun. And I am going to remember this year not to wear white because I end up getting drenched in some cases because it is Splatter. So we will have our water balloons and it'll just be a fun and great time. It'll be for adults and for young children, and everybody will truly enjoy just a nice way to end the summer.
Well, yeah. My wife and I were great friends of Steve and Janet Lockhart for so long that it was almost like family, and I'm so saddened at their passing, but I'm so full of joy with all the wonderful things we did together, and even the opening night of the outdoor theater.
Thank you for reminding me of that. That's heartfelt. Thank you.
Anything else that you might like to mention to us before we go?
One more thing.
Absolutely.
Which is for our young audience listeners, please come out to our Picnic Flicks Outdoor, which is our outdoor movies. Those are free for attendance. Bring a chair, bring a blanket, bring your picnic dinner. Come and watch a movie with us and truly enjoy a nice, cool evening for the Picnic Flicks.
Was there some discussion about that particular event with the council, and is it settled okay, or what? Am I imagining something?
No, that was okay. It was put on by our Parks and Rec department. They do a wonderful job. We have lots of staff.
You can count on it if they're doing it.
Certainly, yep. And we have also not only bring your own dinner, but we have a few vendors there as well. For example, we have sometimes our Kona ice truck out there, and sometimes our cotton candy truck out there too. So
no kidding.
My daughter will beeline it to the cotton candy.
Well, this has been such a delight to have you on this inaugural program for you. I hope to see you many more times. And thank you for being here today and updating us. And thank you for watching this edition of Mayor's Report Dublin. Join us for the next episode right here on Tri-Valley TV. I'm Dr. Marshall Kamena, and I thank you all for joining us.